what my dad's used before. My dad's got some awesome insults. One of my favorite insults I think I hear my dad call inanimate objects is heifers.
Oh god, that's in my nose now. Alright.
You want to try it more over there?
No. That was good enough for me.
Okay.
Alright. So, I don't know. How do we start this again? We've done it. I think this is going to be our 10th time. Our 10th recording.
10th anniversary.
10th anniversary.
That's what we'll call this one.
Our 10th
If our parts had titles, like if we would have given each of our episodes like, you know, subtitles and subnames.
Yo, I be going ham on those fucking...
Yo, are you serious?
What?
Did you see that fucking news alert?
No.
The guy who fucking voices Leon died. Are you kidding me? That's bullshit.
Hi, I'm Jacob, your host.
Are we recording?
Yes.
Oh. I'm Justin, your co-host, and I'm already pissed. So you know this is going to be a good one.
Why are you pissed, Justin?
To inform the general public, the voice actor for Leon Kennedy, also known as Paul Haddad, I'm pretty sure I just butchered his last name, because I'm terrible at pronunciation.
Paul Haddad?
Yeah, is that...
Haddad? I don't fucking know.
Point is, really good voice actor, alright? He just passed away. And it doesn't say that it was due to the COVID-19 virus, but I'm only
we can go look.
Yeah, let's go see. How did he die?
I don't know.
That's
Fuck out of here.
Just give us a second. We're skimming through this. He also voiced Quicksilver. I forgot about that. Oh. Shit. I guess we'll never know.
Listen here, bud. Don't doubt the power of the internet.
Let's deep into this rabbit hole to get our answers.
I guess we'll never fucking... Hold on, wait. Throat cancer. We're going to assume throat cancer. Wow, that really
He was suffering from throat cancer. Maybe it was just throat cancer.
Throat cancer?
Throat cancer with a dash of COVID.
That shouldn't be so funny, but I think of it's like, oh, this big souffle. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Point is, it doesn't matter how he died. 2012 was just being a dick.
What year?
2012! The year of our Lord, 2012! They did always say that the world was going to end.
Tachanka? Our Lord and Savior Tachanka. He's hanging out with the big man and the big gun in the sky.
I love how 2019, things started the same way. Just a bunch of just shitty things happening back and forth. Yeah, who all died in 2019? I'm just curious.
Oh, no, here you are.
You know, I know it wasn't in 2019, but remember when, hold on a second. Remember when, freaking...
Oh, shit. The voice of Chewbacca died. 2019.
Oh no, the guy who died. Who else are we gonna get that can do I'm sorry.
I don't know.
I don't mean to be mean. Oh, are you serious? Diana Carroll died?
Damn. I don't really know any of these people.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
faggot.
Young Red Warren.
Oh, I'm trying to find somebody who, like, I know. There's a lot of people that fucking die. No! Fucking Grumpy Cat died in 2019? When?
Like June.
It was May.
I know, okay.
Old ass cat.
I know it wasn't in 2019.
Oh, that guy died.
Remember when Avicii killed himself?
Yeah.
That was actually sad. Because I really liked his work.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Oh, yeah.
Oh!
I forgot he died.
That kid died. Can't remember.
They were the same age.
Little Caesars.
Did he die? Did Little Caesars die in 2019?
No, that dude died because of a seizure.
Yeah, I know.
He was one of the people that died when Thanos snapped.
Our version of Thanos. Little Caesars. Yeah, him.
Juice
Yeah.
WRLD?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. Now I remember when Tentacion. I do remember when he died. I'm sorry, what?
Don't worry about it. It happens.
Is that Hollywood trying to get us to not look deeper into who all died?
Oh yeah, no, they're all fucking dead.
But no, point is, 2012, or, God.
Alright,
2020.
You know what? Fixated on 2012. What happened in 2012?
2020 has started off pretty bad.
Oh.
We lost Dick Clark. Oh, that's right, Andy Griffin died. Oh, Whitney Houston also died.
In
Damn.
2012? Wait a minute.
Shit, both Whitney Houston and Neil Armstrong? Jesus, how many people died in 2012? I almost said 2020.
Yeah, will you get your fucking ear straight, please? Yo, a lot of astronauts died. Yeah, you're smacking the shit out of that.
Yeah, no, oh my gosh, Andy Griffin died. That's
Tough.
dang.
I thought that was a giant.
Rodney King?
I thought that was a giant bong. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Good lord. Richard Dawson? Are you serious? Oh my gosh. I loved watching Hogan's Heroes when I was, like, younger. My family owned, like, a DVD set of it, and I watched it a lot. Holy crap.
Ugh.
I forgot how many freaking, big people died back in 2012.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out why you're so fixated on 2012, like, by accident.
Like, you think it's some sort of, like, my brain is being tricked into...
Going back to 2012.
I almost thought that said OJ's. I was about to say. Oh no, we lost Joe Covert.
Joe Covert. Johnny Pinsky.
I almost said John Pinsky. Even though there's no N in that last name. Joey Kovar?
Joey Covert. Star of Real World Hollywood. I don't know what the fuck that is. What?
Count Von Count? Looks like he couldn't count past 2012.
He's dead.
1 6-foot grave.
Hey.
1, 2, 3 tombstones.
What? Wait, why?
Did you see how he had 2 puppets he voiced?
Oh, his puppets died with him. Man. I don't know. I think I still see both these motherfuckers.
1 funeral procession.
I don't like. I don't like with all this dead people. The fucking bars, entertainment, music, nerdy, sports, living, history. Ha. None of these people are living anymore.
Pets. Let's go to pets. I want to know how many
Pets?
I want to know what pets died in 2012.
This is living.
Uh,
Let's see how many pets are living. Benji? Bulldog? What the fuck? Wait, what? Yo, okay. I'm done with the news. So yeah, the voice of Leon Kennedy died. That sucks. So our D&D session. We joined most schools in using Zoom, but for somehow nerdier shit. Alright, down in your coke like a fucking champ. You got a little blood coming out your nose there. That's all that coke you're doing.
are you just fucking with me, or do I have
I was making a joke about snorting coke.
Oh, so I don't actually have... Okay.
No, you don't actually have fucking blood gushing out of your nose and ears.
So yeah, D&D, it's a thing. We're not big fans of it. We do it kind of casually every now and
just
then.
off and on.
Yeah, it's... But you want to know what we're big fans of?
What's that?
Crochet.
Fuck yeah.
Love me some
How do you
crochet.
spell crochet? Shit. Fucking.
God dang it.
Croatia?
We sure are big fans of the nation of Croatia. We love ourselves some Balkans.
It's a 14-hour, 55-minute flight. Yo, we can get plane tickets cheap as fuck.
Oh, I'm sure we can.
How do you spell, wait, what did you say?
I'm sorry, I don't want to even go back to crochet anymore. I want to stick on Croatia.
Alright, let's continue.
Why? I'm willing to hurt both of us right now. And I have the tool to do it. Me first. Hold on.
Let me kill myself first and I'll come back for you. So, let's not even say what we just were looking at here.
No, we're just going to keep this secret between us and we're going to take it to the grave.
Yeah, we had to play D&D over.
No, we say had, but it was...
Well,
it was
played.
actually really good. Surprisingly, like, organization-wise, playing D&D
online?
Yeah, through Zoom and the D&D Beyond website was really good. It was really nifty. Yeah, so we finally have that little outlet of stress relief back. I'm still trying to get that book finished so I can get it published and put on DM's Guild so people can start looking at it and hopefully get that to the Wizards of the Coast so I can, get some stuff with them. My mind's been scattered a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Jacob's probably gonna be doing most of the talking this one because my mind's a little fuzzy right now. So Jacob, take lead.
What am I taking the lead on? Like, I thought we were talking about D&D, but then you went somewhere else. I enjoy the D&D Beyond website. I took lots of notes.
Let's go over there and get this cash out.
Look, I was all down talking, and then you threw me on the spot. Okay,
I got 150,000.
hold on. I'll get there. We're finally in double digits.
We're going up here to this freaking cast.
Yep. This is our 10th session. Our 10th.
Or to the store to buy.
Podcast.
How many think we're gonna make it? How far in you think we're gonna make it? Think we're gonna make it to triple?
No.
Assuming
I'm trying to get away from this dude.
I don't die.
I'm pretty sure they can go with just about everybody, honestly.
Assuming you don't die. And assuming we tolerate each other in the future.
Fair enough.
We probably will.
Look, my plan is to try to keep this going for as much as possible. All honesty.
Something I do want to point out, though.
I got 200.
Yes.
1,000 now.
We finally now have that separate place, so are we gonna start the game in channel?
I mean, we can.
Because I remember we were talking about starting it whenever we, and now by we, it's you, have a new place. So yeah, are we even gonna fool with that?
I mean, that's up to you. If you want to, I will go through the measures of doing.
I mean, to be honest,
setup?
if you don't have any, though, I mean, I'll be honest, if you don't have any, like, want to, if it's like I'll do it if you want to, but if not, I can go either way, let's not even fool with it. If you don't have any, like, yearning for it, then we probably should fool with it.
I mean, I have the equipment to do it, but yeah, I just, like, up to you. If you want to fool with it, I'll do it. It'll just give me something else to do when I ain't got nothing to do. What the hell?
Do you never watch Beetleborgs?
No. I did play with the toys back when my nanny used to take me to this really old, like, barber shop. They had, like, the little morphers. Yeah, I used to play with those a lot. That's my extent. And then I found out what they were called. And
My brother was really into, my older brother Nathan, whenever we were younger, he was really into Power Rangers, VR Troopers, and Beetleborgs. All the, whatever the name for it is.
I don't even know.
All those shows where it's like, you get into a uniform, you do kung fu, and there's sparks when you hit someone. I'm sure there's a name for that genre, but I don't know it. Look that up real quick.
What?
What genre of show is Power Rangers? Probably something Japanese.
How to spell genre?
Because Power Rangers is based off of Voltron, which is Japanese.
I'm using
Genre.
0.56 NATO.
Genre. You illiterate fuck.
No.
I don't spell. I speak barely.
Is Power Rangers.
Sorry, I went into full retard and had to bring myself back out of it. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. A close-knit band of teenagers in fictional Angel Grove, Caliph. I know what it means, but I don't like how they...
Which Power Ranger killed himself? What?
Wait, what? She was best known for her role as Trini Quant,
Holy shit.
the first Yellow Ranger on the original cast television series Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Oh, but she didn't kill her. Well, she died in a car accident, but I wonder if it was, like, on purpose.
I mean, we can...
Because it said that it was under the people ask often questions from Google results. And she died right at, like, 2 days after. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Not 2 days after. Freaking,
I do remember...
Yeah, no, that was 2 days after 9/11.
See, I remember... For some reason, I was watching a bunch of shit on Power Rangers for no reason because I got bored. And I remember, like, there was a weird part where, like, they were trying to, like, record, like, one of the episodes for the fucking Power Rangers, and then she died, and they had to switch her up and all that.
Yeah, well, she died, that's September 3rd. That's 2 days after 9/11. And she was under the killed herself question from Google results, so I wonder if she killed herself after, as of something that happened.
I'm reading. It's a car accident. They didn't say.
Bro, I got 157,000 on me right now.
Death.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Hold on. We're Red Death. Look at the deck.
Oh. They literally just spun out and died.
Okay, so it was just an accident. It wasn't she intentionally got into, because like that's the question that the result came from.
Why?
So, yeah, I don't know why they think that she killed herself if it was just an accident. Now, the original link for this is us trying to figure out what genre or type of show.
Oh yeah. That's what we're
And we went from that to talking about an actor or actresses. I love how someone gave Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 5 stars.
Yeah, a lot of people did. Look at that. But it's not because it's good. It's because it's from the childhood, and they're like nostalgia.
Nostalgia is a very powerful force. Literally just be.
They get a 5-star from me.
Did you even watch the show when you were a kid?
Yes, actually. Some of them. I loved the movies. Like, all the early movies. I don't think we're going to get exact genre,
Yeah.
'cause that's all we're getting. I don't know what the,
Because like there's multiple types of shows like that where it's like there's Power Rangers, there's Voltron, there's there's Battleborgs.
Oh, yeah.
Then there's VR Troopers. There's a bunch of shows where you're in like outfits like that, and when you hit people, they sparks go flying everywhere, and everyone's in rubber suits.
I literally had every single one of these movies. That one, and that one, and the first one, this one, were my favorite.
Oh my gosh.
No, but yeah, no, I know what you mean. It's just like, you... I think that's what led me into watching those videos, is because, like, I was intrigued about how every time something happened, everything just blew the fuck up. And nobody else was concerned about it.
When you cut a monster in half, they explode into a fiery explosion. When you got punched, sparks went everywhere.
Yeah, so you can... Because I looked up transformation because they just kept blowing up every time they fucking transformed.
Yeah.
Why? What are you doing?
I don't know.
Hold on.
Power Rangers explain. I'm sure MatPat's done a fucking video on it or something. Yeah, that. Why is there pyrotechnics every...
Transform!
Yeah! It's just,
Just happens to get a civvy back there and just blows them up.
$28,000 or so.
It's just prejudication mixed with thaumaturgy.
It's all illusion.
Yeah. Power Rangers are just wizards, like multi-class between monks,
Wizards.
Kinsey monks, and School of Illusion wizards. That's what Power Rangers
Look,
are.
could you imagine if the explosions were real, though? They could use that to take down any enemy. They're like, transform! And just blow
Yeah,
up.
that's just it, though. That's why I say they're School of Illusion and not School of Evocation. Because if they were Evocation, they'd be using those explosions right there to blow up the enemy. No, instead they use it for a theatrical entrance. Look at that. They're striking poses, freaking explosions. No wonder kids love this.
What?
Power Rangers. Did you ever watch the I know you're not big on Death Battle, but did you ever watch the Death Battle between Power Rangers and Voltron? Which Voltron's just the Japanese thing that Power Rangers is based off of.
No, I only watched the ones you sent me.
Well, the Japanese won.
I mean,
the Voltron people beat the Power Rangers people.
Go Power Ranger! God damn it, Justin.
Yeah, there's a big there.
Holy shit, man! We've talked about 25 minutes of death.
Death and Power Rangers.
Oh, there we go. There's a good topic. Hey, Justin, what's one big conspiracy you're into?
I'm not into a lot of conspiracies, but one that I think actually has a pretty good basis and could very well be true is the Kennedy shooting. Conspiracies around the Kennedy shooting. Specifically, I think the commies whacked him.
Why?
That was in the middle of the Cold War. That was like at the very beginning of the Cold War. I personally believe that what probably happened was they got Lee Harvey Oswald to be the blame man, to take the heat, and he didn't actually do the shooting. What they actually did is they sent a KGB agent to do like the actual assassination.
Thinking about it, back then it probably wouldn't be that hard to set up a stage.
No, it's the fucking 60s. Of course it wouldn't have been hard.
There we go.
It was in the middle of the Cold War when us and the Russians were at each other's throats. That's one of the conspiracy theories that I think. I don't think it was Lee Harvey Oswald. I think Lee Harvey Oswald was the blame man, and a KGB agent actually pulled the trigger on Kennedy.
You know what my favorite conspiracy theory is?
What?
That there's actually a dome over Fort Leonard Wood.
No, it's not that there's a dome, it's that there's a weather machine. Remember.
No, I believe there's a straight dome that everything in that sky is not real. Like, from the outside, it's just, like, invisible. Like, if you hit it in the right spot, it just goes...
I told you how the first night when I got to Fort Leonard Wood, it rained, then it sleeted, then there was a tornado warning, then it snowed. All within the first night I got to Fort Leonard Wood.
That sounds about my first week, and the drill sergeants were even like, yeah, guys.
We have no idea.
We don't know. There's like some sort of dome that is being controlled.
Just think right now, if this virus wouldn't have freaking started, I very well, at this point, probably would be in enough shape to, because it's been about like 2 months since this started, and I was already a good month into working out and dieting. I'd already lost.
Have you tried to run? Like, have you tried to time a run? A mock run?
A mock run?
Yeah, like...
Recently?
Time yourself running and see...
I don't have time to do any kind of
you're at.
exercise right now. Between the extra work, the gym's closing, all my shit got thrown off because of the virus. Work is now demanding way more from me. The routine I had set up is now basically rendered not effective. It's at a point now where I'm just not able to focus on getting into shape. Work needs my full attention right now.
He's like really close.
I work for a cleaning business in the middle of a virus pandemic. I kind of like, it's really hectic for me right now. So, but if this virus wasn't going down, and I would, I would.
I just meant like when you were doing anything. Did
Oh,
you ever
when I
try
was-
to mock run? Like, because if that's the one thing that really failed you there.
Yeah.
Have you been working more on cardio than just straight strength?
Granted,
Always over here.
what's funny is by the new standard, by the new test, I passed with my running score that I had with the old test. So if legit we would have had the new test, if applying my run time with the old test to the new test, I would have passed.
I think they're still gonna do it this October. is when they're trying to do it.
Trying to do what?
The new test, implement it.
Oh, in the basic? I thought.
No, just in general. I don't mean basic. I mean just.
I thought it got implemented last October though.
It got pushed back.
Oh no, yeah, that's right.
I think sometime this year they're doing.
No,
it for sure.
yeah, that's right. Because I was gonna go back to basic in September this year. Was my original plan was to actually go into basic in September. I was gonna restart the re-enlistment process in August. But to answer your question, I did do some trial runs.
Use the window.
As far as going. Trying to think. No, yeah, quarter miles and half miles, going at the speed that it would take for me to run a whole 2 miles in 17 minutes. Yeah, that's what I was doing basically, because 17 minutes on the new test, that's passing, from what I believe. Because 17:30.
Do you think you're not going to go back until the new test is implemented?
No, yeah, I'm definitely not going back until the new test is implemented. But what I was trying to get is that I think that if I was still the past 2 months that I haven't had the time to focus on the working out at the gym and the dieting that I was doing before this virus. If I would have spent the last 2 months doing the stuff I was before this, I think at this point I would have been in shape with the regimen that I had going. Because I was already a month in. I lost 15 pounds. So that, another...
Now here's the real question.
2 months.
In these 2 months, have you gained it back?
Oh, I'm probably sure I have. Honestly.
Because, I mean, you can still keep up the diet.
We're going to airport, okay?
I can, but it's...
Marketplace.
Man, it's hard. With the amount that I have to depend on fast food. And the lack of... Because, like, it's...
Boy driving, that's all I do.
During the beginning of it, I didn't have... Like, I'm just now starting to actually get weekends back. Like, legit, the past 2 weekends have been the first weekends where I've actually had 2 consecutive days off. When this first started, and for a good half of this month, I didn't even have, like, the weekends off. That's how much extra I was working because of this. Like, so I didn't really have the free time to sit down and, make it, like, cook a bunch of, like, grilled chicken and freaking green beans to last me throughout the week, so I didn't have to eat out. I didn't have that opportunity to prep diet meals to last me throughout the week. I didn't have that opportunity. Now I am. Because we got Wes to join the company, and my workload is starting to go back to how it normally was.
Is he back on? Or?
Yeah, he's back on. Now it's getting to the point where I do believe I actually have enough time to, make diet food and be able to at least maintain the diet.
Yeah.
The workout regime I still probably can't get in right now because of the work schedule, but I think I will have enough time to.
I mean, do you not do like
diet back on?
Do you do anything to like kind of make up for it?
Right now, no. Right now, it's not.
Do you plan to try? Outside of just gym and shit, because like I mean, diet's cool and all, but like if you just like if you went from straight working out to just nothing, it's more harmful than.
Well, remember I was focusing. I wasn't focusing when I first started all this. I wasn't focusing on muscle building. I was focusing on weight loss.
Yeah.
And a lot of people I've talked to is when it comes to weight loss, dieting is more important than exercise. Like the dieting is like 60% of it. So, because my plan was to focus just on weight loss, and then after I got to the weight category that I wanted to get to, then I was going to focus on nothing but muscle building and muscle endurance.
Yeah.
Like it was a 2-step thing. And I had gotten from 215 to 200. And I wanted to get to about 180.
Yeah.
Before I focused on nothing but muscle building. So I think by now, if I could have stayed on just kept doing what I was doing, I would be at 180. I would be at where I wanted to be weight wise, and around now I would have started the focus on muscle building instead of
that's funny.
weight loss.
Yeah.
But It's just a matter
Well,
of...
honestly, I feel like if you get the weight down...
Because it's much easier to...
I completely blanked everything I was just thinking.
Because it's much easier to go from not weighing a lot, it's much easier to go from, thin to muscular. It's a lot harder to go from fat straight to muscular. Because there's 3 steps. First, you got to burn the fat.
We're running this cast up right
Then you got to get that converted into muscle.
Oh, believe me, I know.
So that's why I was focusing first on weight loss. Then I was going to focus on muscle building. I was focusing on weight loss. I was doing the diet and the workout regime throughout the week, and that was working. I was losing weight.
Well,
and then I was going to focus on muscle building after I got to the weight category that I wanted to get at.
Couldn't theoretically you just get down to the weight you want and obviously not stop the workout, but get down to the weight you want and then go to start the process of getting in, and then you use being punished or fucking all that, use the exercise, being just
okay. So what you're saying is just get to the weight category I wanted to be, and then just depend on.
Well, no, I don't mean completely depend on because obviously be slightly working on it. Don't fucking kill yourself, but be working on it and get yourself prepared to get through the first easy stuff, and then obviously you're going to.
Yeah, I made the mistake.
You can fail the first few and then still make it.
Yeah, I get that, but I do want to emphasize that that's what I did the first time I went it through. Not as much, but I did partially I was I had the mentality of, I'll just get in shape in basic. I'll just lose enough weight to get in, and then I'll, do all the working out in basic. That's the mentality I had the first time.
Well, see, your thing was the running, though, which my push-ups. I went in there, I could run, I could do setups, no problem. It was the push-ups, and that was easy to work on because, what's their go-to punishment?
Well, push-ups is, well, not only that, but just push-ups is any kind of workout that it's easier to improve upon because it's just one of those, you do it more and it just eventually gets easier. Running is the most complicated one.
Which, I get your muscle building, but, have you focused on your cardio and being able to run? Because, you can have all the muscle and still be slow as shit.
Like I said, I was working on those, I was going the speed that it would take me to do 2 miles in 17 minutes. But, the strategy of crawl, walk, run, I was approaching it with that. Whereas first I was going that speed, but first I was only going that for about half a mile to see how far I needed to be at that milestone. And then, first it was a quarter of a mile. And then I was going that for about half a mile distance. I was building myself up. It was that crawl, walk, run, step stage that I was approaching with the cardio.
Yeah.
But
you can still work with the cardio.
But no, to answer your question, I know that you're getting at though.
Don't know, boys.
I'd much rather wait, honestly, until I get to the point that I can pass the PT test before even going back to basic. Because I want that reassurance. I don't want that doubt that can exist in the back of my head throughout my second time of basic training of you might not be able to get there by the end of the deadline. So I just want to play it safe. I'm going to play it because I didn't play it safe last time. I'm going to play it safe this time. I'm not going to leave any room for error. I'm just going to wait until I'm in good enough shape to pass the PT test.
But, you also got to be careful with that. Because, you wait too long, something like COVID-19 happens, and then you get thrown off your schedule so hard. All I'm saying is, get to a comfortable point. I wouldn't say, you can't even pass it outside of basic, but you can pass at least bare minimum and then go for it and then use basic to improve from bare minimum to go up. You know what I mean?
Well, that was what I was talking about. That was my plan, was to at least be able to pass and then work on getting better at it from there. That was literally the plan I just said.
Okay, then I said it differently. Hold on. I know what I'm trying to tell you. Don't wait too long is what I'm telling you.
At the same time, though, I'm not going to rush in. I made that mistake before, and I'm not going to make that mistake again. I'm just not.
Alright, now, I know you're going to take this as me attacking you, but a reoccurring thing I've noticed is you like to wait and then wait,
Right up here, the
and then wait, and then it just doesn't happen.
watch the ceiling. Watch
Give me
the
some
roof.
examples.
Outside of the obvious one I know you're probably wanting. Hold on. I'm trying to think, because I... See, you put me on the spot. I
Rings
completely
bell,
lost
okay.
everything, but I know it's a reoccurring thing.
What I'm confused is if
It's just doing small
reoccurring,
things.
How
It's
is
just,
it?
it's just small things that, like, I've noticed, like, you're like,
You ready to breach? Ready?
God damn it, obviously I can't think of any fucking examples, because you asked me. Next time it happens, I swear to God, I'll point it out. But I swear it's reoccurring. Like, I'm not trying to attack you here, it's just a thing I've noticed. Look, when the example pops in my head later, I'll let you know. I'm just saying don't wait too long. Otherwise,
At the same time,
because you've let the diet and you've let the exercise go. Because even with the short amount of time, you can still, if you put work into it, you can still implement something in to semi-make up for what you're losing. And I don't want you to lose the progress that you've already made. Because I'm rooting for you, bud. I really am. And I hate seeing that you dropped the
Yeah, I get
diet
that.
at least.
I get that.
And I know it's going to hurt you a lot more if you go from you were working out and you were getting so good and then all of a sudden it's just dropped.
Yeah.
I get it's hard as hell.
No, yeah, I understand that, but at the same time, I want you to understand that I've seen how bad it can go firsthand if I rush in. I don't want to do that again. I won
I
it.
ended everybody.
I
right
did
there,
it that
okay?
way before and it didn't work. I did it the way I normally don't treat things,
Dude,
and
I
it didn't
legit
work.
killed everybody.
Okay, fine. I get that excited. But that's the working out. Right? To even get ready for it. It's going to take more time for you to get back on the schedule, and it's going to push it farther back.
I'm not in a rush. As long as I get there, I get there. I don't have a deadline where it's like, I'm forced to get to this by this point.
No, but it's just going to be harder if you let everything you're working on just go downhill and then you got to try to force yourself back into it.
I'm just going to ease into it the way I eased into it the first time. It's not a matter of forcing my... There's no way that
But
I'm
then
gonna
what
try to
happens when
force-
something else
I
happens
hate
and you
it.
drop it again?
Down them.
Okay. I highly doubt that something within this year is going to happen back to back to get things as bad
Fuck,
as
this
they
thing
are.
probably going to last until next year.
But you get my point. Once this blows over, I highly doubt something like this is going to happen back to back. It's going to lock everything down. No one's
How?
able to do anything.
What if something happens with your work
You know,
schedule
smart
again
butt.
where it just takes up so much time where you're just like, I'm going to quit this for now and then come back to it?
That's not what happened now.
That's just an example of like, what if?
But that hasn't been an issue. I don't think you're missing the point.
Me too.
I feel like you feel I'm attacking you, bud, because you're giving me that look.
I took down the thing.
You good?
Yes, I'm good. I don't get where you're turning this into a big deal.
Something to talk about?
Anyways,
God, I hate being in the court.
where were we at before we derailed?
There was a rail?
Maybe.
I don't think so.
Get them inside the warehouse. Spec Ops, boys. Alright, making my way up.
So you've been playing a lot of Overwatch lately. To completely flip
Oh, you got eyes on the warehouse?
everything, you've been playing a lot of Overwatch. You
Yeah.
say Echo is a bitch.
Yes, she is.
Why?
Because
You know,
she's basically, as far as her abilities, not including her ult,
Alright, where is it?
she's Farah and Doomfist and Symmetra and Junkrat even, kind of.
What? Jesus Christ.
Okay, yeah, so let me just...
Snutter for shut up time, boys.
From this to here makes her basically Farah, basically
Sticky
Symmetra, basically
Can't
Farah,
find a way down.
basically Doomfist, basically Junkrat, basically Doomfist.
Why?
This allows her to be literally anyone that's in the game, in that game that you're playing, and you can be them and get their ult 5 times as faster.
Kings are in the building.
Is there any like damage reduction, or is it just full fucking?
No, it's just their ult.
You think they did that on purpose? They were just like, here's God, have fun. How do you think they're gonna buff it?
No, it's not a matter of buffing it.
I mean,
nerf it.
Nerf it. How do you
Yeah.
think they're gonna nerf it? Cause like, what?
Damage on that will probably get reduced. Range on that will probably get reduced. And
None of those abilities I'm worried about. It's that last one I'm
That
worried
ult.
about. That duplicate.
ult.
That's her ult?
Yeah, that's her ult. And that's probably going to be Man, I honestly don't know how they're gonna nerf that to make that fair. I really don't.
I got a scar now.
The character broke. What?
What?
Is this the last character they're making though before Overwatch 2?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why. Maybe it was like, here's a game breaking character, so you can fuck off this game. Here's our second one. Much more balanced. Here you go.
I got a new barrel for the.
She's got some pretty cool skins though. She's got 2 that basically turn her into a freaking drone like robot.
Dang. Your new sight.
Or just don't
Everything
show
for
me.
a
That's
hero.
fine.
Get you started tonight.
You have the game. You could literally just go into the game.
Yeah, but that involved me turning on my Xbox, and then I have to go switch over. That's too much work. I'm just gonna sit here and watch somebody else show me. There's your normal skin. Okay, there's the colors. Yeah, that looks cool, actually. I'm not gonna lie, I'd bone echo. She can turn into anybody.
It's a robot.
Not when she turns into somebody.
It's a hologram when she turns into somebody.
I can put something in place of the missing part.
That skin is probably my favorite one because it's like, I don't know why, but it gives me like Iron Man, Tony Stark drone vibes.
Whoa, I kind of dig that one. You know,
What a faggot.
Queer.
in the background. Faggot! Sorry. Hey, what do you think's the most, like, offensive thing we've ever said on this podcast?
Bloody horse.
I have no clue, honestly.
It had to have been somewhere,
When we were talking about the Nazis.
you know, when we had Sebastian and Eric. It had to. I feel like it was
I'm
somewhere
sure it
in
was.
there. Either that or Hitler was right is something pretty bad.
You just love your edgy teenager jokes.
Sorry, I used to hang out with Tyler a lot.
You're fucking emo.
I'm not
It's
emo. I
obvious.
just liked the style.
One of your favorite songs is about a dude being all joyful about saying how he's about to trying to kill himself.
What's that? Oh, Bullet?
Yeah.
That's not my favorite song. It's just a song that's fun
you
to play.
that song a lot.
Dude, I haven't listened to that
It's
song.
like edgy.
I have not listened to that song in like a couple months. Leave me alone.
No, you have one of the
And-
most edgiest fucking teenager senses of humor I've ever seen. You're emo down to your heart.
We're going to the port.
No, hold on now. I'd feel I'm more punkish.
We're going to the port, Kate. Oh my god, Angie.
Like, if it was up to me, I say just burn it all down.
That's what I get at.
That's not emo.
That's that edgy teenager mentality.
Edgy, okay, I will give you edgy, but look, just because way back when I enjoyed the emo hair, okay, motherfucker,
Freaking shot it.
does not make me emo per se.
That made you emo. Wanting destabilization makes you edgy. Wanting,
I think it makes me
keeps us
partially a
fucking
terrorist.
civilized.
I think I'm partial to terrorist.
Regardless, you're shitty.
I'm shitty or shady?
Both.
I've done nothing shady.
Got 17,000 boys.
Wanting destabilization makes you shady
No.
and shitty.
No. I mean, look. How stable is the government right now, honestly?
Ironically, better and more than if you got what you wanted.
Listen. Maybe.
Fucking everyone fending for themselves with no sense of government, like, infrastructure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shot, Kate.
Have you seen what actual countries that are in that condition look like? A lot of people die all the time that shouldn't have.
Okay, the helicopter is on top of your building.
And that's what that shrug mentality towards people just
Breaching in your house.
Oh, I farted and accidentally just blew it at my own face. Ugh. So speaking of government, what are your political views, Justin?
existent, unlike yours.
No, they exist. I just
Okay, moving on to the roof, government.
rooting for the lesser evil.
Don't go up there. Do not go up there. Do not go up there.
You want to talk about politics at all, bud?
Cause there's.
Can you actually maintain a political conversation?
He's aimed on.
Never
the fire.
once in the 5 years that I've known you have you ever been able to maintain one.
No,
With
he's on
legitimate
a
opinion.
crane.
Well, if
He's on a crane,
someone
we'll
would
land on that
inform
crane.
me more,
But as soon as you go up that
then
ladder,
maybe
you
over
decide
time
to-
I could build a
That is one of the
political
most ignorant statements I think I've ever heard, actually. You could go inform yourself. We live in a day and age where technology is so easy to, so easy to learn
Yeah,
shit.
but I'm more interested in other people's views on it. Personal
Go find them!
people who I'm close to, their views, not
You've
someone
never once have I seen you ask anyone for their political opinions.
I know Davion's is the same as mine. I know Nanny's. I know Eric's. I know.
That's because Nanny and Eric are open books.
Yeah, and you can't just be open book with me. Just talk. I know yours. Well,
No,
I
I mean-
semi know yours.
No. I'm getting it those don't count if you going out of your way to ask for it.
Okay, no.
They'll go out of their ways.
I'd say Nanny be the only one on that list because she's the one that walks in here, busts down your door, and goes, you know what that fucking Cheeto did today? I'm
Let
like,
me tell you about the Democrats, son.
God damn it, Nanny, stop.
He's up on the left.
I am an independent.
Go.
I think
Go.
both have good and bad things. And I think George Washington had the wisest words when he left office when he said, don't form political parties. Force people of different political opinions to have to work together, because if you don't and you create these political parties, you see a divide in this nation like you've never seen before. George Washington was right.
Yeah.
We
Okay, I don't
shouldn't
have
have had political parties. You need a balance of both. You need a balance of conservative and liberal views.
No, there's a dude behind me I'm trying to worry about.
Democrats are usually, a little bit, not always, but a little bit more humanitarian and better views for social structure. And Republicans are not always, but usually.
Okay, there's a dude
better
below the crane. There's a dude.
They have the better
below
approach to
crane.
economics.
He might be coming up to the crane.
Why were they even created in the first place?
Well, that goes back to the big wig, to the two first political parties that were formed in America, the Whigs and the Democratic Republicans. The Democratic Republicans, which eventually just turned into the Democrats, and then the Whigs, which eventually turned into the Republicans. They were formed out of Thomas Jefferson. The Democratic Republicans were formed out of Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, and freaking. I can't remember his damn name.
I got my.
Don't break my fucking cocoa beaten stick.
Hold on. Shit, his name's blanking on me, but I know it.
I do not cover.
I know it.
Alright, behind the scenes, Joseph's beating the shit out of himself for not knowing a name.
It's an American freaking founding father, and I don't know. Well, he wasn't a founding father. He was kind of a founding father. Anyways,
I'm not a big history guy, so general knowledge to me is zero.
Thomas Jefferson and John Adams were two of the biggest creators of the Democratic Republicans, which were then turned into the Democrats. Which at the time was made out of most of the southern colonies, which focused on independent state rights. They didn't want big government. They were all about how the states should get more of a say. There shouldn't be any kind of federal power, and how states shouldn't share. Like they were against the idea of a national bank. They were against the idea of basically just a unified government. They did not want a large unifying government. They wanted all the colonies to remain how they were, kind of under the Articles of Confederation, where each state did their own business and no one was connected or uniformed. Whereas the Whigs, which then turned into basically the Republican Party, were about creating that balance, that bridge between both federal and state government. They wanted state governments to have say on a local scale, but they wanted to have to where the federal government got the last say. There needs to be some degree of control over the state governments.
What just happened?
That was the political party that pushed for the creation of the national bank. It was all about we are independent states and we do our own thing within our states, but at the same time we need a set of rules that every state follows, no matter who's in charge and what you want. We need a set of rules that everyone follows, which is not what the Democratic Republicans wanted. They wanted every state to do their own thing. It was a lot of farmers, a lot of plantation owners. It was a lot of mid to upper class people. Which people don't really take into consideration. They find it, and I find it really ironic. When the two political parties originally formed, the South was Democratic, not Republican. All pretty much from great state of Kentucky all the way down to Florida were Democrats, not Republicans. And everywhere north and above was Republicans, not Democrats. But around the 50s and the 60s was when the agendas of the political parties changed, and you saw the Republicans take more to the south and the Democrats take more to the north. Because their demographics and the groups of people that they focused on changed. The groups of people that they supported and represented changed. Thus, the political parties, the areas that they got backing changed around the 50s and 60s, to where the South became Republican instead of Democratic, and the North became mostly Democratic instead of Republican. And then the West just fucked off and did its own thing. Most of the West is modern Democrat. The West was still pretty split down the middle. Most Southern West was Democratic, most Southern West was Republican until you get around the 50s and the 60s with the political shift, and then with the political shift and basically flip-flopping the parties, then most of the West went to the Democrats.
Weird.
So, yeah. That's your little history lesson on politics. And how, because you asked how...
I don't enjoy that little look that you gave. I've never seen that look. Oh, that was beautiful. All right.
But yeah, but you asked, what...
No, that's fine. Yeah, no, it's fine. That gave me time to think, though. Okay, now, when I say burn it all down, it usually follows with and start again. I don't literally mean let's go burn down the fucking government. Because you know how you said you like a little bit from here, a little bit from there? I say start again. I say we tear down the whole plan, make it better. Obviously, that's not going to happen because, everyone's so set in their goddamn ways that nobody's going to budge on anything. But the idea of starting over and being like, we could probably do this a bit better.
Things need reform. Yes, reform can be healthy. But there's a difference between reform and total destruction of someone's history and heritage.
I got him. Alright, hit him. Oh, someone's doing it over there.
Do I think that there needs to be a large amount of reform?
Yes.
Yes, I can agree with
That's
you
what
there.
I'm talking
But it needs to be delivered in a healthy way, not in an anarchist mindset of burn everything down. You may not mean that, but your choice of words conveys otherwise.
Yes, I am aware of that. Which is why I'm going under here now and saying, that's not exactly what I mean. You gave me time to sit here and think more about it.
Yeah.
Because I usually say and start again. Usually I'm implying we need to take what's wrong and make it better. But I know that's not going to happen because people are so set in their ways and nobody who thinks they got power actually got the power to change it.
Well, I can tell you right now that that's wrong. Reform will eventually come.
But not to the extent it needs to be.
Yes, it will. In a year...
Then it probably will be in the form of how you're taking me saying burning it down.
Here's the thing. We needed, of course, we didn't get it till long after, but we needed to get laws into place to ban slavery. Did anyone believe they were ever going to be passed? Hell no. The political power that the South held, the amount that our government depended on the economic, strength that the nation had from, the plantations and everything from the South. Everyone believed that whenever the nation was first formed, that we were never going to end slavery because it was just too big of a social and economic construct. But eventually it did. Eventually we got reformed to where, slavery ended, and African American citizens were no longer, they were actually citizens. They were no longer slaves. And then people believe we're never going to get to the point where women can vote. Never going to happen. And then eventually, World War I comes, a little bit, towards the end of it, and after, boom, women suffer. Women can vote. Reform, healthy reform, will eventually come. But if you rush something, it may not be delivered in a healthy way.
Listen here, you smart motherfucker. Circling around like that. But politically, I don't think it's going to come in the way it needs to be. And big enough to change enough for anything to really be fixed.
Have you ever heard of the phrase, history repeats itself?
Yes, and it's just going to keep repeating itself till we all die.
Exactly. And if you look at history, like I just said, everything that needs to be done eventually happens.
And then something else goes even worse.
And that's just the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
But you can't look at the negative that's always going to come over the horizon, take solace in the fact that eventually the problem that you're looking at right now will be overcome. But in the right way, within the right time.
Well, on that little bit of wisdom, I think we should call it. Because we're like an hour before. minutes.
Oh yeah, that's
in.
Let's play co-op.
a little bit longer one. Get me rambling about history. We can go hours. Did I ever tell you about the time that we went to Florida?
No,
The entire
I'm
drive.
calling it. Goodbye.